Hello everyone and welcome to Catherine Cooking Channel. Today I baked the pandan leaf sponge cake, which is a traditional sponge cake, has two colors, white and green. The cake was baked in the oven for almost 1 hour, and at the end it did not be flat but keep the same shape. When I cook the cake in the oven, the cake smells so good with the pandan leaf flavor. And I also add the vanilla sugar to the cake. The cake has a fluffy texture, inside very moist and soft, and when you hold it, it's so light. This is a traditional sponge cake, not the cake in the modern style. Sometimes people like to make the cake sweeter, and this cake should taste sweet, not too light. I use the regular white sugar to make the cake, not the powdered sugar, and it tastes sweet but not as sweet as the one that's sold in the supermarket. The pandan leaf flavor is one of my favorite flavor among other flavor. When you add the flavor to the cake, it makes the cake more delicious. The cake has been in the room temperature for a few hours, but it is not dry. It's still soft and tastes good. This pandan leaf cake is a perfect snack for breakfast and lunch. It's not necessary to add the maple syrup to the cake, but some people still like to add some syrup to make it sweeter. When I break the cake in half, you can see how soft it is. You can keep this cake in the fridge for up to 7 days without losing any flavor. Most people used to make the traditional sponge cake with the powdered sugar, but once in a while when I use the powdered sugar to make the sponge cake, it tastes just too sweet for me. When I use about 100 grams of powdered sugar to make the sponge cake, it just tastes like 300 grams of white sugar. So I rather use the regular white sugar to make sponge cake instead of the powdered sugar. And from what I know, people in the old days, they always make the cake with the traditional sugar. The only thing I like to make this kind of sponge cake because it's not the cake that the people make in the modern world. I just don't like to eat the cake with butter or cooking oil, cream cheese, milk, any kind of element that contains a large amount of cholesterol. I always want to make a sponge cake with its natural ingredient. What I mean is, if I can make the sponge cake with just natural ingredients like sugar, eggs, and flour, it is very good because I don't want to eat cake with butter or cooking oil. I know that these elements would make the cake softer, but even without using the cooking oil or butter, I still make the cake so soft. And because I want the elderly to eat this cake too, not just the young people. And you know, the elderly, they always take the medicine for cholesterol, blood pressure. So eliminate all the butter and the cooking oil in the cake would make you healthy when you eat the cake. And I like the way to make the cake. This sponge cake has no butter or cooking oil and doesn't contain a high amount of sugar, so the elderly can eat them too, not affecting their health. In this recipe, I use 11 eggs. I put the egg in the room temperature for at least 1 hour, and the eggs still feel cold because I store them in the refrigerator. I slowly break the egg into the mixing bowl. Then I add the sugar with it, 350 grams of white sugar. Mix well for 4 minutes. I also use 1 tube of vanilla sugar to mix with the regular white sugar. You don't have to add the vanilla sugar if you don't want to, since the cake has the pandan leaf flavor. And I use 450 grams of flour to mix with the egg. I use 1 cake mold and I put the baking paper on the bottom of the cake without covering it with the cooking oil. I sprinkle the flour to the mixture, then mix well for a few minutes. I put the mixture into the bowl, about a medium-sized bowl, and I mix it with the pandan leaf flavor. Mix well by hand. Then I put it into the cake mold. Bake the cake at 325 for 55 minutes. Then remove the cake from the oven. Let it cool down a little bit before remove it from the cake mold. These are very delicious sponge cake with traditional style without separating the egg yolk and the egg white, and contain no powdered sugar, no milk, no cooking oil or butter. Very good for people who are on a diet. The cake is so moist, you can keep them outside for the whole day and still very soft. There is nothing inside the cake besides the sugar, the egg and the flour, so it's very good for your health. Besides that, it has the taste of the pandan leaf flavor, which smells so good. You can eat this as a snack after breakfast or lunch. Because this is a sweet cake, I don't recommend to eat it after dinner. This simple, very easy to make. The cake is originally from the southwestern of Vietnam. A very delicious cake without containing any fatty ingredient, which is cooking oil or butter.